Welcome back to Kathy's Happy Home. And I'm finally getting around to posting what I read in the month of March. I know it's been a while coming. There was only 5 books I read, and all of them were online. So let me start with the book that I actually started in February but didn't quite finish, and that's Christmas with the Queen by Hazel Gaynor and Heather Webb. This story begins in Christmas 1952. Queen Elizabeth II has just ascended to the throne, and it's about these two people, Jack Devereaux and Olive Carter. They have been friends as young people, um, teenager, late teens, early 20s. They had hung around together, but over the years, they lost touch with each other, as you know, everybody does. And uh, Jack has become a chef, and he's really interested in opening his own restaurant, but he hasn't gotten that far yet. And Olive is a journalist, and she wants to do more bigger and better things, but hasn't gotten the opportunity because of some old fuddy duddies, shall I say, in the newspaper world who believe that women can't do certain things, that they can report on flower arranging and fashion, but not real hard hitting journalism. And so she gets a chance to go to Sandringham for Christmas and interview the Queen. And Jack has a chance to go and be a part of the chef staff at Sandringham for Christmas. Turns out they just keep meeting up Christmas after Christmas, and there's so much more to this book. It's a lovely, lovely story. It it took me a while to read it, but not because it was hard, but because it was a little lengthy and I didn't have a lot of time. The way it ends up is just a pure delight. Um, Jack has gotten married, and his wife has gotten killed in a an accident during all the great fog of the early 50s in London. Um, that the car didn't see her and she didn't see the car. But anyway, highly, highly recommend this book. I'm going to try to read some more of the things that they've written. So that's Christmas with the Queen by Hazel Gaynor and Heather Webb. And the second one I read is one that I read this series when I worked in the library, and I loved it, and I haven't been able to find it since. But I finally got on Libby. What a difference that has made in my reading, because I just get book after book after book, and I know I only have 14 days to read them, so I zoom through the books. So this one, Knit One, Kill Two, it's a knitting mystery book by Maggie Sefton, and let me show you that. I like these books. The mysteries are really good. Um, I thought I had it figured out. I didn't. And even though I read it before, it's been so many years ago I didn't remember. So it was like reading it new all over again. In the back of each book, there are two knitting patterns and a recipe, which makes it even better. I love those kind of books. Um, let me let me just read you real quick what Amazon has to say about it. Kelly, who is the Kelly Flynn, is the main character. She never picked up a pair of knitting needles that she liked. She hated to knit. She did everything she could to get out of it. When her aunt was alive, her aunt was an expert knitter, but now her aunt has been killed, And Kelly has come back to get her aunt's um, estate in order, and meets all these great people at the knitting shop next door to where her aunt lived. She says, it says here, Kelly would be the first to admit her life in Washington, D.C. is a little on the dull side, but coming back to Colorado for her beloved aunt's funeral wasn't the kind of excitement she was seeking. The police are convinced that her Aunt Helen's death was the result of a burglary gone bad, but for the accountant in Kelly, things just aren't adding up. After all, why would her sensible 68-year-old aunt borrow $20,000 just days before her death? With the help of the knitting regulars at House of Lambspun, Kelly's about to get a few lessons in cranking out a sumptuously colored scarf and in luring a killer out of hiding. Like I said, I had it all figured out until in the end I didn't. um, Now I have the second one that I was halfway through and I had to give it back to Libby, and there was someone waiting for it, so it's been a couple weeks since I've read it, and I know I can finish it this time because I'm halfway through. But anyway, Maggie Sefton, great author. This one, Knit One, Kill Two, a knitting mystery, book one. And then I love the Betsy Tacy books by Maud Hart Lovelace. And I'm sure many of you have read them as a child also. But every so often, I go back and read them again. Here was my chance. So I read the first three: Betsy Tacy, Betsy Tacy and Tib, and Betsy and Tacy Go Over the Big Hill. Great, great books about a little girl growing up in the 1920s in the Midwest. And if you haven't read them, even if you're not a kid, they are perfect books to read. Quick read, and I'm trying to look it up on my Kindle now to show you. Um, it'll just, they're feel good books, what can I say? So, um, let me show you the covers. This is the first book, Betsy Tacy. This is the second one, Betsy Tacy and Tib. And this is the third one, Betsy and Tacy Go Over the Big Hill. I have the fourth one out now, and that's the next book I'm going to be reading. I'll probably finish that today. So that's what I read in March, and that's 5 more books, and that makes a total of 8 books through March. Now I've already completed another one in April, but I'm going to wait and do all the April ones together. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.